Hello internet friends and welcome back to Radical Raspberry. Today in this video I'm going to talk about how to stop caring about your appearance, featuring this no monk mirror challenge that I made up inspired by Jay Shetty's book Think Like a Monk. If you are interested on how damaging it can be to obsess over your appearance and the struggles and how this challenge is going to work out for me, keep watching and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you are interested in holistic health, challenges, mindfulness, and nature healing. This video's No Mere Monk challenge was inspired by several things. First, one morning, I was doing my hair. I tried many different hairstyles and became increasingly frustrated because I felt that none of them looked good. I eventually settled on a ponytail and mumbled something about how I should just shave my head. Second, I have a skin picking problem brought on by perfectionism, a dash of OCD, and general anxiety. Third, I've been reading Jay Shetty's book Think Like a Monk, and I came across this line that talks about how the ashram had no mirrors whatsoever. Now, how do all of these things relate, you may be wondering? We live in a society that emphasizes appearance, especially for women, yet increasingly for men as well. I've known this for a long time. It's very blatantly in your face. Yet I was not aware of how much I valued my appearance until really I read this book. One reason I shaved my head was to reject this notion that looks matter, yet I just ended up spending a lot of time on my makeup regardless, so the intention there didn't really work out. It fell flat. In Jay Shetty's book, he talks about how time will reflect your values. If you analyze what you spend your time on, then you're going to be closer to find what your values are. You can say that you value something and then not spend any time doing it, so the best and surest way to find your values is to analyze what you spend your time on. The book mentions that if you're a woman, in your lifetime you will spend 136 days getting ready, whereas if you're a man, that number drops to 46 days. Of course, these are just estimates, but these numbers hit me. I thought about how much time I have already spent on my appearance. Creams, lotions, bathing, nails, eyebrows, shaving, makeup, hair, all of the works. It made me realize, even though I've rejected the idea that looks matter, that I value my appearance greatly, which is something after my past birthday that I realized I have a fear of aging as well. Everybody does. That's one of kind of the universal fears, yet I didn't really think I had it, you know? And then I realized, like, my obsession with facial routines, sometimes the intention behind it is because of a fear of aging. And all of this leads back to the notion, the belief that has been ingrained within us that your appearance equals your value, especially as a woman, right? Like in the movies, often it's joked, but it's not really a joke that when you get older, you can't really be an actress anymore, because often it's these 50-year-old men cast beside young 20-year-old woman, and once you get older than that, I mean, Hollywood is changing, but it's still very prevalent, and these ideas and beliefs are so ingrained within the subconscious mind. Now that it has been brought into my awareness of how much I value my appearance and how I know that this does not align with my truest self, I want to challenge myself to do this No Mere Monk challenge. For the next 7 days, I am challenging myself to cover all of my mirrors, wear no makeup, do nothing to my hair since I won't be able to see it, take no selfies, and avoid the mirrors at my workplace and around the rest of my house. You feel your value in your appearance is taking up too much of your time and is leading possibly to more insecurity, then I invite you to join me in this No Mere Monk challenge. Stay tuned to see what I learned from this week and what challenges I overcome and how my mentality changes after these 7 days. I'm excited to see what happens. I want to take a moment now to create a more holistic intention, for lack of a better word, that serves me. It's to redetermine my values in my appearance and to understand that my appearance doesn't really matter. It's a waste of time, really, I think. And just to feel more free, to feel less tied and self-aware and self-conscious of what I look like. That freedom, right? Like, imagine how good it would feel to not care about how you look. So often, like, this fear and self-consciousness is what holds us back from making so many decisions that can potentially change our lives. Whether you want to do a YouTube channel, whether you want to ask somebody out, this fear of like looking silly, right? Like, who cares? You know, it doesn't matter what I look like. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Thank you for watching, and definitely thumbs up this video if you find it interesting, and I will see you in a hot second.
2 weeks later.
Hello, I am at the end of this challenge. Technically, I said I was gonna do 7 days, and I ended up doing 2 weeks actually, because the 7 days flew by. Of course, I've been working 40-hour weeks, so that's potentially why it flew by. I thought I would just extend the challenge because there was a lot of good that came from it, and so I just want to reflect and pass on to you what you can learn from doing a no mirror challenge, or why you would possibly want to do it in the first place. So if you struggle with picking at your face a lot, then I would definitely recommend just covering your mirror. The most notable factor is that I did not pick my face the whole time that these mirrors were covered. So that was a big realization for me, to understand that mirrors is kind of like a triggering point for face picking, because if I can't see my face, then I cannot pick it. I came to the conclusion that I don't even know the reason why we have mirrors. Like, what is the point of mirrors? I had a lot of time on my hands, specifically in the morning, because I would spend so long getting ready, doing my hair and my makeup, talking to myself a bit in the mirror, pumping myself up for the day. So instead of doing that, I actually ended up meditating consistently every morning, which is a way healthier habit than getting ready, right? Like, I had a lot more time to write in my journal. I did for a bit. I think how time is such a precious resource and is the only thing that we cannot get back. And then to realize that my value had been put in my appearance greatly. So understanding that's not what I want to spend my time, and then actually seeing myself do better things, make better use of that time, is very encouraging to continue not spending that much time on my appearance, because it's like, who cares? That's a big realization too, is like, no one cares what you look like. Hard to completely 100% say, because I think in the social media world, like we see here on YouTube, I feel this pressure to like get ready and look nice for a camera, or for Instagram to take nice pictures. I feel the need to look nice because somehow I think people care what I look like, when in actuality, I don't think my last 2 videos made, you know, more or less views because of my appearance. Who's to say though? There probably needs to be a study on that to actually confirm any results. But when I talk about in real life, on my daily grind working away, nobody stops and says, hey, you're not wearing makeup and your hair doesn't look 100% put together. I've had the same exact experiences. No one cares. I think because now they're used to seeing me without makeup. When I had consistently worn makeup and I didn't for a day, I would get those typical comments like, wow, you look tired. Like, did you have a rough night? Because they were not used to seeing me that way. But I think now it's reached a point where it's like people literally don't care. Like, people have better things to think about, at least I hope so. And for the most part, people are more concerned with what they look like, that they don't even really take the time to think about what you look like. I think the more that you worry about what you think of yourself, then the more you worry about what other people think about yourself. So by removing mirrors in my vicinity, it allowed me to stop caring what I thought, and then in return stop caring what other people thought. And I noticed actually in my vocabulary, I was pretty blunt with a lot more people than I normally are, and I'm not sure if that is a result from this challenge, but could potentially be. Another note was I was able to enjoy my skincare routine a lot more, because I felt like I was doing it from a place of just like affection for myself, rather than staring at myself in the mirror while doing it and like kind of more judgmental, because a lot of times when there is a mirror, negative thoughts may come, judgmental thoughts may come. Another part of my attitude that I noticed is I stopped caring so much about what my hair looked like. I have this one piece here, it's kind of hidden, but it's growing out because I had clipped it too short at a time. And I was constantly very self-conscious about if it was sticking up or if people could notice that it was short, and I was doing this a lot throughout the day. And I noticed just by me removing the visuals of my hair, I stopped playing with it as much. I stopped caring. I mean, I still play with it sometimes, but I stopped caring as much. Like I would just play with it more of just like I'm bored, not as much of a self-conscious, I need to make sure this piece is flattened down. More space for my mind to have a break, which allowed me to carry this calmer energy into the beginning of my day, because sometimes I would spend very long time getting ready and still be frustrated by the end of that, by my appearance, and then I would carry that energy into my day. So by not spending so much time caring about my appearance, I was able to carry this more calmer mindset into the rest of my day. So I really encourage you to ask, like, why do you need a mirror? What is the point of having a mirror? Do you really need one in your life? And can you try challenging yourself to not have a mirror and just not care about what you look like? I enjoyed being able to just like wake up in the morning and roll out of bed and wash my face and I'm done, you know, and not think about what I look like as much. And then moreover, times that I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror, there seemed to be more wonder within it because I hadn't, you know, seen myself for a while. So when I did, it'd be like, wow, our bodies are magnificent and they are worth the wonder and the amazement. They deserve that from us. That's my reflective period of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, because that really helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe if you're interested in holistic health. Follow me on Instagram at radical.raspberry. I will see you next week, and as always, don't forget to think beyond and peace.